Chief Meteorologist Tom Coomes here with this severe weather update. Currently, severe thunderstorm warning for all of Stark, Pulaski County, western Marshall, and western Fulton counties until 8 o'clock this evening. Storms are just coming together. There are storms elsewhere. I've also heard rumbles of thunder even in St. Joseph County. You can see the lightning in Berrien County and LaPorte County. That is not an active severe threat. It's primarily across our south and western counties right now that we're watching the storms moving in. These clusters are still coming together, and really the worst of the storm down around Rensselaer right now, but headed towards Medearyville and Francisville as we start to see this cell move in. Not seeing anything really ping the radar as far as strong wind gusts just yet, but this is the current situation as we have that severe thunderstorm warning for wind up to 60 miles per hour. You can join us on Facebook Live on our ABC 57 Facebook Live. We're currently broadcasting live on Facebook as well, so even when we're done with this cut-in, you can join us still with continued coverage on ABC 57. The cluster of storms in northwestern LaPorte County into Berrien County, so Michigan City, New Buffalo area, wind up to 50 miles per hour. So this is what we call a special weather statement. This is a sub-severe storm, but there are still some storms that are gaining strength right now towards our west. Current temperatures are pretty interesting as it's 73 in Rochester and 55 in South Bend, and it's along this warm front boundary where severe weather can literally spin up and develop quite quickly. We're monitoring this situation very closely. Active severe thunderstorm warning, watching a cluster of storms along the lakeshore. We're done on ABC 57, but you continue our coverage right now on Facebook Live. Join us there. And we're back this evening as we continue with that severe weather coverage across the area. We're back now on Facebook Live. So that's a bit of a look behind the curtain as we're producing two programs at once. Live coverage at times on ABC 57 and our continued coverage here on Facebook Live as, again, we are very critical of the ongoing situation right now with our severe setup that is similar, not exact, to how things played out on Sunday. The timing is different, but the storms are just starting to come together, and I'm again letting you know of the storms up across the Michigan City area. I want to get to this real quick, and then we'll hear from meteorologist Dave Caulfield in just a moment. But I want to kind of zoom in on this area, as you can see, near Michigan City. These are not severe storms, but we are concerned for wind gusts up to about 50 miles per hour from Michigan City up towards the New Buffalo area, kind of a cluster of storms in this vicinity. So storms are strengthening here at 7 o'clock this evening. You can kind of see the movement of these storms now moving into Michigan City, moving towards New Buffalo. It's the red cluster that we're focused on, even towards Buchanan. This is pretty interesting because temperatures are only in the 50s across our north. Meanwhile, we have active warnings still happening down here towards the south, and this is over Pulaski County and Stark County. So San Pierre to Medearyville, the cluster of lightning in here. I'm interested in this cell near Rensselaer, so we're getting close to Medearyville right now. And we're watching the skies in this area as well, as we've not seen the storms quite move into Marshall County just yet. We now have a new tornado warning issued for just outside of our area, but we'll focus on this and then we'll talk to Dave Caulfield in just a second. So this is our concern. There is now an active tornado warning, and I do want to brief our people in the back. If this warning does cross into Pulaski County, we will then up wall-to-wall coverage, and we will begin wall-to-wall coverage on ABC 57 immediately. But that's the area that we're kind of concerned with near Barkley, just past Rensselaer. And so I'm going to get the updated skits on this first before I do a storm track on that warning. But a new tornado warning, not for our area technically, but if you are in Medearyville and Francisville and Pulaski County, you need to be aware of this. Currently a tornado warning moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. We'll do a quick storm track on this, and then we'll kind of extrapolate this. So again, this cell, this severe cell, warned for 55 miles per hour. Meteorologist Kristen Tyler in studio as well with me. Kristen, make sure you're monitoring our chat. Immediately once that happens, let us know when you see any updates. But this would be the rough timeline. Meteorologist by 7:16 Eastern time. 7:16 Eastern time, a tornado warned storm. Right now, this is radar indicated, not a confirmation of a tornado on the ground. I believe we have meteorologist Dave Caulfield on the mobile weather tracker who is standing by with us. Do we have him now? We'll go currently to meteorologist Dave Caulfield, currently in the mobile weather tracker. Dave, where are you and what are you watching right now?
Yeah, right now, oh wow, just as you came to me, Tom, there was a huge lightning strike off in the distance. I am west of Plymouth, where we've been all evening long throughout ABC 57's 90 minutes of news, and I am right near US 30, and we are looking westbound here, so this is where these storms are coming from. Likely going to see some lightning. It has increased. Earlier, I saw what we call mammatus clouds, which is a lowering ahead of a storm, usually indicating the power, the severity of those storms. Now, storms don't have to be severe to create mammatus clouds, but it does give us an indication that they mean business as they are moving through. Usually it's dips in stability. It's unstable air moving into more stable air. So that shows you just sort of what we could be dealing with as we look to the west and southwest here. Hearing thunder as well, a few light raindrops. So we are out ahead of this, trying to intercept, obviously in a safe location, because likely what we're going to see, if there is a tornado on the ground, with all of what's going on, it's likely going to be rain wrapped just because of how the radar is looking at this point. A rain wrapped tornado, if it were to actually happen, means the tornado would be obscured by rain. So those are dangerous because you really can't see them all that much. And with rain out ahead of that tornado warned storm, and even in these severe storms, it's likely that any sort of threats in that vein are going to be obscured by rain and clouds. So we want to be safe when we are trying to track and potentially chase these storms. But what I am seeing is a potent atmosphere moving in over the next hour or so. We'll really have to be on guard because really the tornado warned storm just west of us, that sprung up pretty quickly. And so once again, we could be looking at a scenario where a tornado or a strong straight line wind could develop within literal minutes, maybe even seconds. So as these warnings are coming in, whether it's a tornado warning, whether it's a severe thunderstorm warning, it doesn't really matter at this point. It is a dangerous storm. So make sure that if you are in a area that is being warned, that you take that seriously, no matter what color the box is, because we saw on Sunday how quickly things can change. We hope we don't see a repeat performance, but we are on guard for that. We'll send it back to you in the studio. Tom?
Thank you, Dave. And here's the tornado warning that we're focused on. It does not include Meteorologist, but we're watching this very closely that it could. A lot of people are watching right now. We're interacting on Facebook Live. Meteorologist Kristen Tyler is in studio. If we can bring her mic, I have some questions for her, and maybe she has some questions for me as well, as she is monitoring chat, doing her best to answer your questions as we're focused on an active tornado warning. Kristen, what are people asking on Facebook Live?
Yeah, the main concern that people keep bringing up is the timing. When are we going to see these storms? What time are they going to get to us? Are they going to be as strong as Sunday? Those are the main concerns, because I know people are worried about a repeat event here. And if these are going to be stronger or less severe than we had on Sunday. So overall, just the timing and the severity compared to Sunday.
Which is very good questions if we come back here. And the simple answer is it is different, but the threats are similar. I do not see the widespread wind threat. We don't have the wall of wind developing just yet. And if you're in South Bend, if you're in Elkhart, if you're in the northern half of the area, and I'll kind of cycle through our graphics here in just a second, this is where we're primarily concerned with our threat right now. Stark County, Pulaski County. These two counties are under a warning. A warning means take action. We are highly concerned, and that threat is happening right now. For elsewhere, again, you can kind of see this temperature profile. We're waiting for this warmth to work northward. We're not out of the woods in St. Joseph County, South Bend, Mishawaka. We're not out of the woods in Elkhart, 55, 56 degrees there, but we are concerned about what is developing. So there's the watch, areas in orange under the warning, Areas in yellow under the watch currently, meaning get ready. And areas not included, we're still watching severe weather develop, and those storms are getting stronger, and we're kind of focused in on a cluster of storms currently running up along the lakeshore with some strength. I'm not going to call them quite severe, but they're just barely sub-severe storms that are going to produce heavy rain, thunder, and lightning, and wind that could be up to roughly 50 or so miles per hour. So that is the concern right here. I'll go in kind of on a closer scan as, again, we continue to follow along here on Facebook Live of what's happening into the Bridgman area and Chickiming Township, Union Pier, and Three Oaks. There is a nasty little cell right in there that we're watching that is going to produce at least some stronger wind gusts in some spots. So again, that is our concern. We're not seeing a huge return on radar, but likely at least some small hail in here and a good gust of wind coming out of that storm. If I put it on a loop, you'll kind of see the movement of it moving towards the north and east from Michigan City to New Buffalo up to Three Oaks. All these storms are moving at approximately 50 miles per hour or so. So if you're in Three Oaks, it's still cut towards Berrien Springs up towards 7:30 this evening. So the storms are just kind of getting started. We're hearing rumbles of thunder even in St. Joseph County, but this is new. So all right, new tornado warning. We need to be on air right now on ABC 57 as the tornado warning has now been expanded into Pulaski County and portions of Stark County. So this is a dangerous situation. If you are in Medearyville right now, get to your safe spot. If you're in Medearyville right now, get to your safe spot. We're live currently on Facebook. We're going to extend our coverage onto ABC 57, and we'll be there until the warning is over. This warning going until 7:45. If you're just joining us now on ABC 57, we're broadcasting on Facebook Live as well. A tornado warning just issued for Pulaski and Stark County. If you are in the town of Medearyville right now, get to your safe spot. This is a radar indicated tornado warning, meaning we have not spotted a tornado just yet, but the concern here is the conditions are right as we look at the current radar picture. So again, as we kind of scan around the current area, there are storms bubbling up into portions of LaPorte County, but our main focus, at least right now, is the tornado warned storm currently from Medearyville up towards St. Pierre. This is extending all the way out to Knox, not quite to Plymouth, but extends all the way from Medearyville up towards Stark County, the Bass Lake area, and Knox. You're on standby, but we're going to focus in on the heart of this storm and where that tornado would most likely be as we'll zoom in here, and I'll give you a clearer picture down towards the south. This is, again, near Medearyville. If you are in Medearyville right now, and so if you're joining us on this live coverage,